Have you ever worked so hard for something, only to watch it break in your hands? This is the story of a young warrior who discovered that failure doesn't destroy you. It reveals who you really are. In the kingdom of Astera lived a young swordsman named Ren. He trained harder than anyone. He listened carefully, practiced relentlessly, and dreamed boldly. But Ren believed one thing with all his heart. If I fail, I am nothing. And because of that belief, he feared failure more than any enemy. One day, Ren was granted a challenge to prove his skill before the royal guard. He stepped into the courtyard, gripping his prized sword, a blade he trusted more than himself. But halfway through the duel, his opponent struck with surprising force. Ren blocked. Crack! His sword split in half. Gasps filled the air. Ren froze, staring at the broken blade in disbelief. Shame rushed over him like a wave. He ran from the courtyard, refusing to look at anyone. In his mind, one sentence echoed: I am broken. Ren wandered into the forest, hiding from the world and from himself. He sat near a river, turning the broken sword over in his hands. How can I face anyone now? He whispered. An old wanderer passing by noticed him. Boy, why do you hold that scrap like it is your soul? Ren didn't lift his head. It is my soul. And it's broken. The wanderer chuckled softly. Then you misunderstand both weapons and souls. Ren frowned. What do you mean? The wanderer picked up a small stone and tossed it into the river. Tell me, he said. Why do swords break? Ren thought for a moment. Because the metal is weak. The wanderer shook his head. No. Because the sword has reached the limit of what it was forged for. He pointed to Ren's heart. But people do not have limits. When you break, you do not end. You begin again. Ren's eyes widened, but the wanderer wasn't finished. That sword was not meant for your future. It was meant to bring you to the failure that would shape your future. Ren returned to the kingdom with heavy steps. Some guards mocked him. Some ignored him. Some pitied him. But one person watched him carefully. The master smith. Come with me, the smith said. Ren followed him into the forge. The smith placed the broken sword on an anvil. This blade served you. Now it teaches you. He heated the metal until it glowed. Ren asked, Can you fix it? The smith shook his head. No. But I can forge something better. From what remains? He hammered. Folded. Refined. Ren watched, mesmerized, as sparks erupted in the dark forge. Hours later, the smith held up a newly forged blade. Stronger, sharper, brighter than the original. This sword exists only because the first one broke, he said. Ren held the weapon carefully. It felt different. Not just stronger, but honest. The next morning, Ren returned to the courtyard. The royal guard commander raised an eyebrow. You came back. Ren nodded. I came to finish what I started. The duel began. Ren moved with steadiness, not fear. With purpose, not panic. He wasn't fighting to avoid failure anymore. He was fighting because failure had shaped him. His blade met his opponent's. Clang. This time, Ren didn't break. He adapted. He adjusted. He learned mid-fight. And when the duel ended, he stood tall, breathing deeply, blade steady. You've changed, the commander said. Ren nodded. I broke. And that's why. That evening, Ren returned to the old wanderer. You were right, he said. Failure didn't end me. The wanderer smiled. Failure never ends anyone. It ends ideas of who you thought you were. So you can become who you actually are. Ren lifted his new sword, letting it catch the moonlight. He finally understood. The sword that breaks shows you your limits. The sword you forge afterward shows you your strength.